Three, two, one.
That shit.
Good evening, ballers. Welcome to the 41st episode of
The
the Step.
dirt.
Man, I was gonna say Glenn Rice.
Nah, chill. We ain't gonna disrespect dirt. All right, go to bed, please. Thanks. All right, what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say Glenn Rice, but Dirk is good. Episode 41. Here on a wild Wednesday night, New Year
Have it go
2021.
to bed.
How you
All right.
feeling, bro?
I am good. I am feeling great, and I just got. I'll fix it in a second. Always, never fails. But I am feeling good. You know why? Let y'all hear it for a little bit. That's right. All right. That I just had to do it. No, I'm feeling good tonight. It's not a long week. I feel like this week is going by really quickly, but feeling good. How's everything down there in NYC?
Everything is good. Finally get to say 2021. If you would have told me that on this date the Knicks would be better than the Nets, I would have called you crazy.
Yeah, it's that's how it goes, man. It's still early. Like I said, it's nice to see them playing good basketball and the way it should be. Both New York teams prospering. Hopefully, we can turn that into a little playoff appearance and a playoff matchup. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm not going overboard. 4-3. It's still early. We can sink faster than the Titanic. So
Oh, you got that right. And watching Brooklyn is just a hit or miss. You
mhm,
got them. They blow out the Jazz by 30 last night, but they lose to the Wizards and the
mhm,
Hornets and just god awful teams. But I like the way they're trending, even though Durant's out for a week.
mhm.
But so far we're looking good.
Absolutely, they do look good. I can't front. They are extremely deep. And that's the good thing about having a deep team. Kevin Durant goes out, you can put Levert. I mean, Shem been struggling, but I doubt he'll get the start. You can even put Prince in there, your guy. Nah, but they, like I said, they have a lot of talent on that team. And, you look at the Knicks, Randall's playing out of his mind. Like I said, you stop the spin cycle and you actually play within the defense, you'll be fine. And he's prospering. He's looking like an all star right now. RJ's looking good. Looks like he took that next year step. Mitch taking that next step. Peyton need to get his ass out of here. Still can't shoot. Um, Alex Burks was looking good. Still didn't see Obi. So Tom Thibodeau. It's that Tibbs effect we always talk about, and it's great to see. So I'm not hyped. I'm hyped. I'm excited. Not hyped. Hyped is another level. Gee,
I mean, so it was enough for you to come back home.
absolutely. Always. Never left. Hell wrong with you? I might rep. I always rep between Minnesota. That's my boys, KG and all. But the Knicks is where it is. That's home. I'm a New York homer. I can't get away from that. Mets, Jets, Knicks, Rangers. Hashtag misery. But hey, we'll get through it someday. Hopefully. I hope. But I'll
Oh
be
man,
here.
yeah, no, it sounds good. The Knicks look good. They're down 7 now to the Jazz. End of the first quarter, 27-20. Um, so we left off last week. We had some pretty exciting news in the league as far as a first, a first time event. Um, a big proponent, so we are the WNBA and progression in the league. Becky Hammond made her debut, coaching
Hmm.
debut, uh, for Pop and the Spurs. After Pop got ejected, she took over the game, and it was the first time in NBA history that a female has done the sidelines as a head coach. Um, 7 years as an assistant, longtime point guard for the Liberty and San Antonio Silver Stars. Um, well respected around the league, very knowledgeable. We thought she was going to get a job over the summer,
Hmm.
uh, over the off season, but it didn't turn out that way. But I'm glad she finally got her shot.
Absolutely. Always love me some Becky. You know, tough on the floor, and she's tough on the sidelines. I mean, she's destined to be the first woman NBA coach, man. I think she's so close. She got a shot at it. Give her a little sip of that. Hopefully, she gets the whole freaking bottle. I want to see her do that. Um, but this is definitely a great step in the NBA. You see so many ladies around the freaking sports world. Within football, baseball. The Marlins. They got their first female GM. That's great. That's that freaking giant leap that we want to see, and it's just I love it. I really do.
Yeah, I do too. You mentioned Marlins GM, the Red Sox hire a hitting coach, Bianca Smith over in Boston. So that that's something you always want to see. Weatherspoon is the front office job with the Pelicans. Just the respect that Becky Hammond has around the league. She was rumored to go to Indiana, rumored to go to Oklahoma City, but if push comes to shove, I think she just ends up as Pop's successor in San Antonio whenever he decides to hang it up.
Hmm.
Um, and after the game, Kyrie Irving and LeBron and Rudy Gay all had glowing things to say. More or less, it's not a matter of if; it was a matter of when it was going to happen. So it's good to see that the respect and game recognizes game.
As it usually does, except for Shaq and Rudy. Um, excuse me. Hmm.
Oh man! Speaking of Rudy, well, the Jazz are up 34-22 now, starting the second. So
All right, so
that
this is looking now. We'll see. Like and we said it, and I told you before. I'm like, why we going like a 10 game losing streak to see where everybody's at? But like I said, just enjoy it while it happens. Joe Ingles just knocked one down from three. Fantasy update. Um, but yeah, like I said, this is all about progression. We get 32 wins, 32, 34 wins. We sneak in a playoff game. I'm taking that all day, any day.
Yeah, I mean they won 4 out of their last five. They beat some good opponents. They got wins against the Pacers and the Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers over in Sexland, and they took a hell of a game against Atlanta, one of the hottest teams in the league. Um, Randall and quickly. I mean, the only good things coming out of Kentucky.
Hey, listen, we got our Kentucky point guard. Well, at least Calipari did something right. Um, maybe, maybe, but nah, it's
I,
pretty good though.
I will say that nickname got to go though.
Oh, Quivers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know who came up with that one. I mean, throw that, cut it out now quickly. See, pun intended. Get that shit out of here.
yeah. I mean, that's not a good look. But you mentioned Randall before. He's getting triple doubles. He's
Hmm.
uh, playing within the offense. He's not spinning in circles. He's creating for others and knocking down his shot, going in the lane. You mentioned it before, like
Hmm.
a mini Zach Randolph.
That's it, Mini Zevo. That's what I said. You always he has the body type for it. And Devo, he's hefty guy, but he just backed you down when he saw a mismatch, and he had a nice little 15 to 17 foot jumper, and he did his job. Double double guy. That's all you have to be. You're a double double guy for 10 years. You're having a great career, and Randall can do that. He's still young. He's 26 years old. I mean, is he pushing himself into future considerations with the team? I doubt it because you got Obi there and it's nice. And I'd rather see Randall start because they started the whole whether Randall and Obi can play together. No, no, they play the same position. Don't slow it down. I think they'll just clog up too much, and then Obi's gonna try to become too much of a 3 point shooter, as you saw in the preseason, and we don't need that. So let him get his feet wet off the bench. Give him maybe 20 minutes a game, and then if Randall finally does get traded, because it seems like I guarantee his value is getting up there, then you just plug him in and see what he does.
Yeah, that seems to be the play. They did the same with Marcus Morris last year. If
Hmm.
you can get anything so high while you're on Randall, real life or in fantasy, get what you can for him. He won't be any hotter.
Hmm. I agree.
So they played the Hawks the other night. We left last week with the Brooklyn Nets playing the Hawks. It was defense optional. Um, and then Friday they played again and they got their doors blown off.
Hmm.
Um, then they played the Wizards on Sunday, and KD and Kyrie both missed it, pretty good looks at the end. 7-Eleven was closed, and they lose that game. Well, what do you make of Trey Young early in the season?
Trey Young is playing. He's playing better than he was last year, actually. He's getting the James Harden freaking calls. He's going to the line 10 or 11 times a game. And when a scorer like him, he might average 27, 28 points a game. He'll approach 30, man. It's really good to see. He's still taking questionable shots, as I've seen in the net game and the net game. Still thinking he Curry. I understand you profile like Curry, but Steph Curry, Steph Curry, stop it. But yeah, he gets in the lane, and he gets the calls, and is he averaging double digit assists, or is he close?
28-9.
Okay, I figured that. So yeah, like I say, he's playing like an all star. You know what you were going to get out of him for that young Atlanta team. They're looking good. They got firepower up the wazoo, man. It's John Collins. You got Trey, Kevin, don't hurt her. Um, Capella, another double double guy. Gallinari, he's hurt. Surprise, surprise. Um, and they have, oh, excuse me, Cam Reddish. Still have him. DeAndre Hunter from Virginia. They got a really nice young team that can be set up for success in the future easily. And I can see them as a playoff team every year, as the Mike Budenholzer Hawks that we've seen all those years. I can see it coming again for them, just under Pierce.
Yes, same here. But they looked better on defense the other night. But you know, while Atlanta played the New York teams, both coaches made reference to him drawing fouls. He's averaging about 15 free throws a game.
Whew.
You know, yeah. So apparently his move is short.
Hmm.
So you have once those big guys set the screens and he's going to pull up anywhere, they go to the screen. They're gonna run right into him. So he stops short, gets two, three free throws, and it adds up. And he's a 90% free throw shooter. So
Yes,
he found a way to manipulate the system, just like
absolutely.
Harden.
Because Tibbs was complaining about it the other night. He was like, he's stopping short. He's yelling at him. I'm just going, oh wow, he's actually right. But hey, you gotta respect guys like that. He's garnering enough respect in the league to get those calls now, so you gotta expect it. Try your best to get over the screens, and maybe, but you gotta be careful with it because he will get those calls all year.
Yeah, it won't stop. Um, the Nets the other last night won by 30 against the Jazz.
Hmm.
It was promising to see because Steve Nash made a lot of adjustments that he didn't wait around to make.
Hmm.
One, DeAndre Jordan was out the lineup. He was out the starting lineup. Uh, Torian Prince, Bruce Brown, and Jeff Green were in the lineup for defensive purposes. Now KD is out for a week. You know he's going to be in the lineup. He's not going anywhere. But the biggest thing that I thought was the difference was Jared Allen.
Hmm.
Um, Jared Allen is the younger center. He moves his feet. He can defend point guard 1 through 5 and protect the rim. You look at last night, he ate Gobert's lunch. He took his pride.
He made Shaq feel kind of right. Shaq probably smiled after he caught a body on Gobert. Yeah, he definitely did. Jared shot out to the fro. And he had a what? He almost had a 20-20 game. I know he had 18 rebounds and what, 15 points.
Yeah, he almost had a 2020. It was 19 points, 18 rebounds, and two blocks.
And
And Jordan had 5 fouls in 7 minutes.
we thought Mitch had a problem, but that was the best thing you could have done. I mean, I understand. I think they did it more because of him being friends with KD and Kyrie, but you can't do that. Jared Allen is a budding, star center possibly in the league, and he has to get his minutes. If he's basically doing the same thing DeAndre Jordan is doing, block shots, getting rebounds, okay, Jared Allen could do that too, and he's younger, okay, and he's quicker. He can actually score around the rim. He has a nice little jump hook that I've seen that he's developing, and you got to play that. Sometimes you just got to make guys suck with their pride and play on the bench. Melo had to do it. Hey, yo, hi, remember that? He thought I was gonna play on the bench. That's where you are now, and you doing your thing. So, DeAndre, swallow your pride. Get your you got 4 year, 40 million, man. Get your 10 million on the bench and playing 10, 12 minutes. You're okay. You'll live.
Yeah, he'll definitely be fine. It's a vast improvement defensively because all the time it seems like Jordan's out of position, and he played a pick and roll game with him. He's either getting dunked on or it's a 3 point shot going up. So I'm glad Nash made a decision early rather than late. Um,
Hmm.
you know, and last night's game was a good start. Um, I mean, and Allen is a restricted free agent coming this summer, so he's looking for Capella money. He's seen what Gobert got in his 205, so Allen's looking to get paid.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And how will they do it? Because they got Kyrie, KD, Levert already locked up, Joe Harris locked up. Now, can they do Allen? Maybe. I mean, if the cap, I think the cap's supposed to go up, right? A little bit.
Yeah,
So, well, so they might be able to do it. Sometimes that camaraderie and that team play that makes a decision in where they decide to play. He's if he wants his bag, he's gonna leave. But if he wants to possibly compete for a chip, personally, me, I always want to compete for the chip. I'll take. Winning brings the money. I don't care where you are. That always happens, especially when you're in New York, as we've seen.
I definitely think he's going to get close to max money. I think he's going to get what Capella got in the 5 for 90 range.
I can see that.
But considering what Gobert got in 205,
Hmm.
I could it might go up, 5 for 110 or 5 for 110 somewhere in that range. So
Absolutely.
uh, Brooklyn, I hope is prepared to pay because he's going to get his offers.
Absolutely.
And speaking of getting offers, we mentioned already with Gobert getting his 205 million, and Shaq was having none of it. Um, he averaged 200 mil for 11 points. Um, and then Gobert called him a fat ass. So, what do you make of this Shaq Gobert beef?
What's beef? Oh man, this is great. I mean, we've seen how many times have we seen this? The old '90s guys that we grew up watching is getting on these new guys because obviously they're not going to play like them. You know, Shaq. Shaq wasn't always a fat ass as he called him. I mean, he was pretty. I'll say he was in shape. He was a big dude. He was pretty dominating. I mean, if Gobert had Shaq's game, he would probably be Shaq. His offensive game. Remember, he was most
Yeah,
imposing center in the game. I mean, bringing down rims and they had to reinforce pretty much the rim because of him, always bringing it down. As you can remember in the East Rutherford Center back in the day, he brought it down and had to stop the game.
yeah.
And but just Shaq feels some kind of way. I mean, we all know what Gobert is about. It's pretty much defense. He has no offensive game, but Shaq has a point. You get 200 mil just to play pretty much defense and be an anchor on. I guess that's worth it to them. I mean, it's surprising because Utah really, I've never really seen them shell out money like that. Well, to him and Mitchell till now, but hey, they gave him his 200 mil. I agree with Shaq on this one. You are getting 200 mil to be a decent player. 200 mil is like Steph Curry, you being the star of the team. Jason Tatum, you hitting game winners. Mitchell going in the bubble and killing it. With Murray, and hey, this dude gets 200 million. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Gobert is more critical to the Jazz than he is to any other team, so I get why they paid him more. And the Mitchell Gobert connection, even though he spread COVID around everybody, um, I just have a hard time sometimes because Shaq also goes after everyone. He went after Howard. He went after McGee. So he kind of picks and chooses his battles on who he wants to go after,
Yeah.
uh, based on skill level.
Hmm.
You know,
Why not Joker?
do you yeah do you ever see him like hear him question Embiid?
Of
Although
course not.
Embiid's playing out of his mind now. So
Hmm. So he has no reason to say anything, I guess.
shout,
But no,
shout
I
out to
think
him.
absolutely. Embiid, I love seeing Embiid healthy and actually killing it. But yeah, poor Shaq. Shaq usually he's that kind of guy. I think is more of a motivation to get these dudes to play because I can just see him poking at people to see him to up their game. And of course, he doesn't do it to Joker because Joker is just ridiculous. Embiid and other guys around the league, and yeah, Gobert maybe he's still mad about the COVID thing, but hey, like you said, he's worth more to the Jazz than anything else with 200 mil. Hey, it ain't my money, so make it.
Facts. I mean, you know how many baguettes you can buy for 200 mil? Man, could
200
be
mil.
eating for days.
I know, right? Dude, spread COVID and got 200 mil. Your ass would have got a pay cut to doing shit like that.
Uh,
Must be crazy.
somewhat unrelated, going in the French connection here. I know I posted earlier in a group. It's on Netflix now. Tony Parker has a documentary on Netflix, for the last shot. So they go through him and his story on how he got into the league and how he almost fell out. And I got some interviews with Kobe and some interviews with Tim Duncan. So check that out if you got nothing else to watch. Um, It'd be an interesting story. Tony Parker, the Spurs, that deal. Um, it took out both our teams, but Netflix does pretty good documentaries on the
Oh
basketball
yeah,
scene.
for sure. Absolutely.
Um, Speaking of more beef, um,
Oh,
Dame Lillard done poked the bear, man.
he done did it. He he bought out all that he thought was Jumpers Curry, and when you do that, you get 62. Oh man, but yeah, Dame got toasted. Like I put up in the group, people must have forgot who Steph Curry was. He revolutionized the game as it is today. Let's be honest. Let's not take away anything. And we both said, "You man, get those cornrows, look those braids out of here. Go back to your natural brother Malcolm look." And you see what happened. He going in.
Yeah,
But, yeah, but it's nice to see Steph back though. And it's crazy because he's not even playing to his standard, and he's still one of the top players in the league. I think his field goal percentage is down, 3 point percentage is down. He's still shooting 98 from the line though, but he's still at was he averaging 30? I think he's averaging 30.
32.
Yeah. So I mean, in a bad season, like this is crazy. And I also want to see him get his boy Clay back though, because that really hurt. I think the Warriors would have been really good if they could have had him. And sucks for our brother, Corey Decker. That's his squad. But they got James Wiseman. You still got Dre. Wiggins is not a scrub. Um, and then you got guys like Lee, and you still got Steph. So maybe they can, still sneak into a playoff spot. You just never know with the league. You just never know because a whole bunch of surprises happening around the league. So many injuries. You just never know who can fall out of their place, and another team comes in and scoops it up.
Yeah, they're 4-3 now. They're going on a bit of a streak. He scored 92 points in the last two games, so he's showing he's back to form. Do you consider him the greatest shooter ever?
You know me about the whole greatest shooter ever thing. I don't really do it until they like retire. but when he retires, he will be. I mean, I have never seen anybody shoot just effortless 30 footers and just straight in, straight cash, straight to the bank. And how he comes off the screens and how he's able to contort his body and still make his shots, get, four-play plays out of nowhere. And yeah, when he's done, he's going to be the greatest shooter. I'll still give it to, Ray Ray right now. I know he probably, I think he passed him already, but still, when he retires, Steph Curry definitely will be the greatest shooter ever. And it won't even be a question. If you question it, you need to go back from his rookie year and watch again. Get some NBA archives, YouTube it, and I mean, it still hurts though because the whole one pick away, wanted to go to the Knicks, and you just see him like thrive now. But who knows if he would have done that with the Knicks? I think he still would have been really good, to be honest. But he went to a perfect place. They built around him, and they showed you how teams should be built. You scout, you get guys like Steph, Clay, Dre, and you just go from there. But yeah, Steph Curry, when he's done, he's gonna be the greatest shooter ever, ever.
Yeah, I can't see anyone else for the moment right now. We grew up on Ray and Reggie Miller, so but watching Curry just revolutionize the game with 35, 40 footers is just
Hmm.
outstanding.
Definitely, I gotta take a line from my man Fab. Always imitate it, never duplicate it.
Facts. Um, Speaking of more beef, we went from a guy who got rid of his braids to a guy who keeps them and turned another corner. PG and Devin Booker. Uh, uh, Cam Johnson goes up for a layup. PG blocks it, lands on Johnson after the layup. He has some words with Booker. Watch your mouth. And my man called him soft.
You saw,
You,
you
you
saw
can,
a yeah.
yeah,
We gonna keep it.
yeah. You already know.
We gonna keep it PG on this PG situation. but but yeah, it's definitely you gotta. He blocked him clean. It's not like he like pushed him over and no, he blocked him clean. And PG was trying to act tough because Cameron Johnson's a 2 year player. Like, come on, guy. But shout out to Devin Booker for coming up and like, man, shut up, get out of here. You soft. We all know. We all know about you. So because you're from California and those parts, I don't mean you bout it.
Yeah, yeah. He came up with so many nicknames. Playoff P turned to way off P. So, and then he had a comment after the game saying, everybody concerned with people living in the past.
Hmm.
Well, you built a house. I mean, you, you haven't had any playoff success, and
Hmm.
and then you had the nerve to blame Doc Rivers.
Hmm.
So you haven't taken any blame, any responsibility for your actions, and now you want to get all tough because you got some braids. Like
Exactly.
you're playing well now. Let the play speak for itself.
Oh, the other line. Oh, we think they think we sweet over here because of last year. Because you are. You let a 3-1 lead go, and it's kind of, and you got your ass whipped by 50. 50. You got 50, that 50. But yeah, that was pretty bad for him to get. And then he said, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal." No, getting smacked by 50, I will feel some kind of way. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. I mean, the Clippers are playing well this season. He's playing really well this season.
Sure.
Um, Hear these numbers: 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists a game. Shooting 50% from the field, 49 from three, 92 from the free throw line. So he's a 50, 40, 90 guy right now. Uh, is he, in the MVP conversation? I think so. Early runner.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. He's always like I saying, he's always a top player in the league. But sometimes I don't know if he just gets into himself and he thinks he's the man. And no, it's still Kawhi's team. Sorry, you're not. Just be the second fiddle. Be the Robin. Be the Robin. Kill it. and do your job. But he's an okay two-way player. This Indiana, he was the lockdown guy, superstar in the league. He's not that guy obviously anymore. And I think he just has a problem with not being a guy. I think he silently, like, he kind of shows it, but he kind of does it in some kind of silence because he's just, yeah. Matter of fact, I can't even say he's talking in silence. 'Cause look at his acting. Never mind. I was gonna give him a benefit of a doubt. Never mind. He talks too much, dude. Just shut up, play your game. Get the Lakers. I mean, excuse me. Give the Lakers a run. Yeah, give the Lakers a run for their money and get the Clippers a championship if you can.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he earned. I wouldn't say he earned it. I mean, he did earn it. He put in a lot of years in the league. He put in some time. He an excellent two-way player. Two guys max deal. Um, did get married uh, over the break. Did have some concerns about his mental state in the bubble. So maybe there's more to the mental health aspect of the game that we're not aware of.
Hmm.
Maybe that had a lot to do with his play in the bubble.
That's true. That is kind of true. I mean, things do happen, and your mental is off, and it just happens. But like I said, you always give people a benefit of a doubt because you never know what's going on in their lives. And Kevin Love, he attributed to it just how much it did affect you because you get into a routine of doing, going to the gym, going to work, and then everything's just so different, especially with the fans not being around. You got to put yourself in a different mind state, and then your home life, you never know how that is because depression sinks in. What's going to happen? So but he sure as hell acting like he the man though. Like he he hard body.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets him any playoff success, more power to him. Um, Devin Booker, CP3, Phoenix Suns, they're 6-2. They're rolling. You can't tell Booker and CP3 anything. They're on a roll. Uh, this is pretty much what we expected from Phoenix.
Hmm. For real. Um, but that young team is just, like you said, they're rolling with CP3 being a leader. We all knew that he was going to be. It's not like he was coming into a really bad situation. I think it was actually better than Oklahoma City. That you got a guy
Mhm.
in Devin Booker that's already a star in the league. He's established. DeAndre Ayton, number one pick. He's going to be a 20-10 guy, I believe, really soon. And Cameron Johnson, you got some young guys on that squad. The Cameron Johnsons. They traded away Kelly Oubre, but they still got a good team, and they shoot. They're fun to watch because they don't stop shooting.
Yeah,
But this is looking like '90s Phoenix. Like they had shooters all around, nice little interior, but this time they don't have the dominant power forward. They got a pretty good backcourt, a better backcourt with Booker and Paul. So Phoenix is on their way, man. Let's see what they do.
yeah, yeah. Most definitely, man. Phoenix looking good. 6-2 on the season. Uh, quick Nick update: 56-44 at halftime. Utah leading.
Hmm.
Um, speaking of the Suns, power rankings came out for the NBA. Uh, they had the Lakers at one, which is no surprise. The Sixers at number two. They're a quiet 6-1. The Clippers at three. They're 5-3 on the season. The Phoenix Suns at four, and the Jazz at five. Um, do you agree with those power rankings?
Say that again. Sorry.
Uh, the Lakers are at one,
Hmm.
Sixers at two,
Hmm.
uh, Clippers at three, Phoenix at four, and the Utah Jazz at five.
I'm actually I disagree with the last one. I like the Magic. I think they've been well enough to be that 15. Uh, Shout out to them. but they are playing incredibly well. It's a quiet, like nobody's noticing them like at all.
Yeah,
And that's the only thing. The Jazz, you can bump them out of there. I'll give the Magic some love and put them in that fifth spot. They're playing so well.
yeah. You know what? I agree with you because I pretty much had the same one as they did. I swapped the Clippers and the Suns. I got
Hmm.
the Suns at three, Clippers at four, and I put Orlando at five. Like you said, they're a quiet 5-2. Vooch is playing well. Fultz
Hmm.
is playing well, although he left
Yeah.
tonight's game with a left knee injury, so that's going to be
Well, you know what time it is? The Cole Anthony time, boy. Get that
yeah,
shine. Get that
yeah,
shine, man.
yeah. It's going to be a cold world, man. If Fultz is down for an extended period of time, um, quick fantasy update.
Hmm.
You can look at Desmond Bain. We mentioned him last week for the Grizzlies. Bona fide shooter, uh, has two, three pointers made every game for the past 5 games. Probably looking to extend his playing time, so he's going to be looking pretty good.
Oh,
Desmond Bain,
get him.
Peyton Pritchard.
Pick him up. Definitely, he's looking good for the Celtics. We said if he has a prominent role, he's gonna produce, and he's producing. Um, also, what's it? Is it Dwayne Bacon? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Bacon.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's gonna get some time. They also Terrence Ross. If he's out there, you can pick him up. Um, so the Magic, they're a scrappy young team. They're not like household names, but and Aaron Gordon. I think he rounded his game out watching him a little bit, man. Not only his hair grew, but his game grew. It's awesome to see. But yeah, the Magic, they're definitely doing their thing. And so if you can see Dwayne Bacon on shooting guard for the Magic on the waiver wire, you might want to pick him up. Get you a couple of threes, maybe average, 12, 13 points a game. But you know where I'm going. Pick up Cole Anthony, without a doubt.
Uh, you know it, man. I know. I knew you were going there.
Damn right. What do you mean? Definitely, that's my guy, man. I mean, I love Quick and all. I mean, I wanted Cole Anthony, but hey, if Quickly's gonna perform like this, ain't worry about nothing.
Facts. Um, so we're going to introduce a new segment
Yeah,
this
waiting for this.
this week. Um,
What do we call that?
jams of the week. Well,
Jam.
you have a special name for it. What you got?
Yes, this segment is called catching bodies. This is when you seriously get rammed on. I mean, we got maybe a misdemeanor, straight up first degree manslaughter. You got everything here, but this one, man, why he do that to him? I mean, why he had to Rose it? Demar, Demar. I had to say in the Drake force. He, yeah, boy. Harrell need to sit. Was that Harrell? Yeah, man. You need to sit it down, brother, because you got random. This one, I think that was my favorite one right there. Tobias, mellow, light. He just took it nice. He took it to the rack. He just said, "Nope, Biombo, you need to back up." Biombo looking around like, "What just happened?" Nah, you just got body, guy.
My man Jeremy Grant catching one on Daniel Tice. Grant played well this season. I
Hmm.
mean, oh man, it was not a business decision for Tice, but Jeremy Grant played well catching the body here.
Hmm. He just said, "Give me that." And we got the Timberwolves and the Clippers. Stop watching this game after that. My man Vanderbilt, I think he's from Kentucky too. He's getting some few little minutes there here and there. They need to start him more. But hey, they got a highlight in the blowout. Tried to block it. He said, "Nah, get down, buddy." Look at that hand on the ball. That's strength right there. Was that Reggie Jackson, man? Get your Bobby
Yeah,
Smurder.
that was Bobby
Man,
Schmurder, man.
you better get out of here. Travis
Durant,
Bobby Smurder. Yeah. I mean,
You know,
eh,
this was to seal the victory. That was a 141, 144, 141 game. That was the game where no defense was played. I mean, there was more resistance here than what we saw all day.
I don't know. Was that Kevin Hurt? I don't know what the hell he was doing. But yeah, this was
Spider.
yeah, buddy. He gets up. He's struggling a little bit this year, but hey, he can still put you on the poster anytime he wants to though. Run that back. Look at him. Yeah. Yeah, sit your ass down. Sorry.
Over
Batum.
Batum here.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what he was doing. You haven't jumped since like 15 years ago. Get out of there. You ain't getting up there. Your defense is gone. Yeah,
Here
buddy.
we
Who we
got
got?
Westbrook with the alley. Thomas
Yeah.
Bryant.
Yeah, buddy. That's one of my breakout stars of the year right there. That boy can play. And I love seeing the Bulls get beat too. Yeah, buddy.
Westbrook is adding another assist to his triple double theme, and
Stat pattern.
yeah, they picked up 2 wins over the week, but nice finish here by Thomas Bryant.
Absolutely.
Here we got Curry to Oubre with the slam because he ain't making any threes, so
That
the
was a
highest
good one.
percentage shot you can get.
Look at him. Rising. He can't, it's not
But
catching the
just
body, but yeah, look at him. That lefty, man. Gotta love the lefties. Like my bro Leon over here. See? Got a shout out to the lefties. And we got on the break over here. Kendrick.
yep,
Yeah, look, Kendrick Nunn. You know, like a swimming pool. Woo! And then
yeah.
you, I don't,
It's nice to see. It's nice to see Nunn get some playing time again because he
oh, for
played. He
sure.
started well last year, but
hmm
really struggled down the stretch.
Yeah, with Dragic coming on, finding the fountain of youth, it was no shot for that kid. Levert to Jared Allen, the fro. Did that fro grow? Gee, what you
Yeah,
soul glowing that? God damn, what you put in there? Some kind of perm?
futures and
What
berries.
kind of weave? I know, right? Some kind of weave? But yeah, Jared Allen. Yeah, buddy. John mother freaking. No, that's DeAndre Hunter, excuse me. Yeah, uh, Drummond thought he was going to get another block there. And he caught a body. Yeah, is this it? It's my boy?
It's done for the week
John.
right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I mean, Fro, you need to sit down. I would have patted his Fro after that one.
Yeah, that's definitely a Sun moment. Hey, pat your head on the playground.
Sorry.
Sunned you. That was
Yeah,
it.
that was it. But yeah, that man, the sad Tampa Raptors. But hey, we got a highlight.
Yeah, that's about all you're gonna
Highlight
get from
win. Yeah, pretty much.
Tampa or Toronto. They looking at a bad team right now. They're 1-5. Van Fleet is not sweating it, but they got a lot of work to do.
hmm Got a nice little get up moment. Who that? That's Cameron Payne?
No, that's Roby.
Roby. Who the hell Roby who?
See, that's half the Thunder team. You're like asking who it is.
Yeah, you lost me. Oh, woo, oh, wait, run that back. Ooh, ooh, forget the dunk. Forget that dunk. I want to see. Man, did he just drop? I know it was Vooch. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That ain't for you out there. He said, whoop.
yeah. No, that was a wet spot there.
Oh, that Fabuloso?
It wasn't a crossover. It was a wet spot.
Man, he almost he almost messed up his ACL doing that. He's like, chill. Yeah, just run back to the other end of the floor, man. Just put your head down and chill. But shout out to Roby. I don't know who he is, but shout out to Roby. Who he play for? Yeah, but Jared Allen said, this ain't no game Kyrie. He's stepping his game up too. He's not only a shooter, but he can pass the ball too. Look at him with the reverse. Okay, Fro, we see you. Go ahead, do your thing over Bertans and I'm surprised Robin Lopez didn't get hurt. Butt hurt like when Jericho dunked on him too.
Let me run this back
We got
real fast because we need to highlight the T Wolves some more. 'Cause
We gotta give him something because they getting ass whipped without Cat now. But Nas Reed, hopefully he gets some more playing time because they ain't giving him no kind of burn. They gonna need it now. 'Cause they want Wancho, Hernagoma, he ain't gonna do it. So you need Nas, you need everybody. Go to
Eh,
McLaughlin, nice little pass, but I call him
and
Chemical Reed.
yeah, who got dunked on? PG. So
Mm-hmm.
he been sore all week.
I ain't see him getting. Why you ain't body up to him? I mean, yeah, buddy. See, you think you tough, but go ahead. We got Tate. Who the hell that is? Man, we got a lot of who he played for on these. 'Cause, man,
You trying to sound like Barkley here, man.
I know who he played for. Was that
Uh,
Oubre catching another body? Did he just catch a body?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. So Tate is the player that Harden threw the ball at in practice.
Oh,
So
oh, man, oh, damn. That's his claim to fame. Shit,
that is his claim to fame. But he did
Corey,
catch a nice body here, nice
I like it.
left-handed jam.
I like it. Oh, look at that block by Wiseman. Corey, look at your boys running and dunking. Look at that. Yeah, go ahead, Oubre. You need to hit some threes because you killing me on my fantasy team. Hit your damn shots.
He's a percentage killer for sure, man.
Oh man, he's a oh. Well, look at Denny Avija with the nice little pass. See that kid gonna be something, man. He's gonna be a nice little all around player.
Yeah, most definitely. That was his in the scouting report. Well, all around game. Had to work on his shooting, but his passing ability was top notch. And
Well,
it's Thomas Bryant again.
yeah, that kid gets up and down the floor. That's what you want to see in the big man. Kind of like Mitch. Mitch is better though. That's right. You taking L, so I'm taking W's tonight. But yeah, Thomas Bryant's a great player. He's even extended his shot, his 3-point shot actually. He can step out and hit them. But the Wizards, don't let the record fool you. They're gonna be there at the end of the year, man. Westbrook, he takes young teams to the playoffs. This is before Chris Paul got here. People must have forgot that too.
Yeah, um, they did win two in a row. They're looking much better. How about taking a beating tonight to Philly? It's a tough opponent to play. They're in Philly, 6-1, about to move to 7-1. So I think the trend is going to look up for Washington with Hachimura coming back.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Um, Players of the week, we saw one in the highlights. That actually we saw both in the highlights. Tobias Harris played well this week. Steph Curry, 62-point game, gets you player of the week.
Easy.
Did you? Yeah. Did you have anybody different?
Nah, that's fine for me. Tobias Harris catching bodies. Is he averaging? What, is he averaging 24, 25? Let me see if I'm right. I might.
Around 22.
I thought it was more than that. Excuse me, boy. He's catching the bodies. And plus, like I said, your team starts to do better. You get player of the week. Philly, they're doing their thing right now. They're playing excellent ball. Tobias Harris definitely. I can't go wrong with Melo Lite. Plus, he's a New Yorker, so LI for all the LI people out there repping. And of course, 62 will get you anything. And he's been carrying the load, and that's what he's gonna have to do all year. But shout out to those guys, Steph Curry with the shot, and Tobias Mellow Light.
Yeah. Phillies look good. I like what they did in the offseason with their roster. Seth Curry's played well. Tyrese Maxey's another guy you might want to look at in the fantasy wire. Another Kentucky guard. So they're playing well.
Absolutely.
Um, I liked Randall. Triple doubles for a week, near triple doubles. Although I guess with the week starting on Monday, he might be in consideration for this week.
Hmm.
Um, I like. It's hard to deny Curry, but I just to be different, I'd probably say PG.
Oh, look at him. Okay.
Yeah, gotta show him some love. Gotta show him
Okay.
some love.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Like I said, I wanted to say Randall. I was like, yeah, but not yet. But next week, yeah, I'm damn right. It's coming out. No handle Randall. Psych. But, but yeah, this week is. I mean, this season's shaping up to be good, man. It's just so many storylines out there that can happen. Young teams coming up once again. Philly, I'm really impressed with because I want to see them get through the whole season with being healthy because that was your pick last year to actually make it to ECF or the finals. Did you pick them in the finals?
I picked them to go to Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay. I mean, I can see that this year. It's just all about health. That's the name. That's the main thing. If they stay healthy, they're going to be tough to beat. Mm.
Yeah. Um, I had Ben and Joel as number two duo in the league, proven to do that now. Ben Simmons looking good on the defensive end. He's getting his triple double. So and Embiid's looking MVP like already. So Doc Rivers is doing his job.
For real.
The, the redemption story for them.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Because Doc Rivers got a bad. I'm sorry, he's a really. I think he's always a good. Always been a good coach, and he was in like a no-win situation with LA. And they started just
Mm-hmm.
playing for themselves and doing more talking than playing, and we saw the results. There was nothing else to say. There's no need to go back, and they flopped.
Yeah. So this week two, game winning shots.
Hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Thought I had it. No, I did have it. Okay. Start out Jason Tatum.
Hmm.
This past Sunday against the Pistons, Blake Griffin's knee could not hold up.
Man, he had an injury history. He almost went back there. Tatum,
Yeah,
he stops on it. I like how he can stop on a dime and just hit him. He has become a big shot taker and a big shot maker. Look, focus on the knees. He said, "Oh,
yeah. Tatum and Brown played well this year. They got a 40 spot together, one of the highest scoring duos in the league.
no." Hmm.
Here we got Steph Curry just putting up his 62. You pick a spot, any spot, you know, how you want it, where you want it. It's pretty much theme of the night here.
How do you want it? How do you feel? It's nothing when she
Uh,
was going through the lane. Nah, for real.
speaking of which, shout out to Dre, man, because he's doing well now. Well, not well. He's in better shape than he was last night. ICU. So, um, but
Yeah,
that was pretty much it.
yeah, that's definitely.
Actually, did you hear that his house got
Yeah,
burglarized while he was in
yeah.
ICU?
What what is going on? I'm telling you, this world is just crazy. Like what are you thinking? Oh man, he up in the hospital. He won't know. Let's go in this house and rob it. Like what are you doing, people? Get it together. Like, come on with that nonsense. That's the one thing that irritates me the most. Like it's really something wrong with people. Like seriously.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't make any sense. Gives Kelly a bad name, but it just
That
gives people a bad name. Much
word.
more or less a lot of what we saw today. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening a little bit too much. Knicks look like they're making a run down seven. But yeah, yeah, there's stuff like that. You see Pop Smoke went out there, his house robbing it.
mhm.
I'm like, come on, people. Can't be having this. Especially what's going on with all this craziness. Who we got? We got BK in the building.
Right. Yeah, this is the game against the Wizards where Kyrie and KD missed the game winning shots. Uh, Kyrie, his comments in the beginning of the season saying he had somebody knock down no shots. No, that didn't happen. They were good looks, didn't go
Hmm.
down, eating crow. And people looking at the man talked about LeBron taking over in the fourth quarter last night against the Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
23 points, right? 23 in the
yep.
fourth.
Uh, Fadeaway after fadeaway after fadeaway, going at this patented move. Year 18, looking like he's not slowing down, just working Dylan Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It was pretty
behind the
cool.
back crossover, fadeaway, and we got a baby in the building.
We got a baby. He's just a child. Don't do it. But it's definitely
Think of the children. Think of the children.
uh, oh man. But the I would have agree. But here you go. Remember what you said? Yeah, I'm still a man.
Yeah, I mean, year 18, my man has a legacy going. Already a four-time champ. Um, huge winner on the court. Even a bigger winner off the court.
Hmm.
Um, so going around in the world today, you know we had the Georgia elections last night. Democrats taking two seats, taking control of the House. For those who don't know, Kelly Loeffler, the co-owner of the Atlanta Dream in the WNBA, uh, had some choice words in the beginning of the season regarding Black Lives Matter movement and the social justice awareness for a team. So the WNBA, the players and her team fought back against it. They all wore shirts of the opponent, Warnock, who ended up winning for his support. It's a bold statement by the WNBA players, a bold statement by the league. If you watch the WNBA season, they made it a point of emphasis. Um, so to have it follow through and see the result, it's enlightening knowing that your voice is heard and it can make a difference. Um, so in that light, LeBron last night uh, put out a tweet, put out a statement saying that he may be looking for a group to form an ownership of the Atlanta Dream. We all know of his uh, efforts on and off the court. He has a school, he has uh, 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 movies, and all these other things. I think this might be one of his best uh, uh, feats to come if he's able to own a WNBA team. Um, so it's Kobe's focus on the women's game. It's another step towards that dream. Uh, what do you make of LeBron and his efforts here?
I love it, man. That's the top guy in the league. He's not only looking out for, social injustice, but he's speaking for the league. Speaking for the like doing something for the WNBA because that can be like a really big move. You talk about power moves, that's a power move. And Atlanta, obviously, one of the top minority residences like ever. I
Right.
mean, the population down there, like not just it's largely black. It's and for him to do that, if he's managed to pull that off, you know how much dollars that can bring there. And he's big on putting back in the neighborhoods. You see his promised school. You see what he's done back home, and that would be big. I want to see it. I can't wait for that to happen. I think it will happen. And it would be big for the WNBA because maybe other players will take notice. Some of these max contract guys will see this and be like, hey, I can invest in this because the more you probably can invest in it into the WNBA, it can make it bigger than what it is now and as it should be because these ladies need to be applauded and celebrated and they should be treated like the men. They should be getting paid more. They go out and they play just as hard. They work hard. They try to work on their brands and stuff. And let's see it happen. This could be one domino that can fall, and everything else can go right with it.
I totally agree. If LeBron is able to get his name recognition, his dollars in there, it can lead to higher revenue streams, which will lead to higher salaries, which in turn can lead to expansion. Like you said, it's a domino effect. That's it's only positive. Um, on a much lesser note, I wouldn't say lesser, but Derek Fisher named the GM and coach of the LA Sparks. Uh, Longtime Laker, friend with Kobe. His name recognition alone can also help build the brand. And if anyone had read, if get a chance to look into the Andrew McCautry interview I posted in the group, um, WNBA is working on going global. They uh, have some gyms in Nigeria. They have some gyms located around Africa, much like the borders around basketball, like Siakam. Um, they're in works of going with an international game, possibly the
Hmm.
Aces and the Sparks. If the women's game can go international, because they're already playing overseas now, if they're able to bring that back to the states, um, because the level of competition overseas is pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
Their pay is good,
Hmm.
but it's a shame that we don't see more of it at home.
Absolutely, and that's why a lot of the girls go over there. When the season's over, because they want to continue to play and get paid good money while you're doing it to keep your skills sharp, and they could come back and still do their thing. But yeah, that would actually be big. To have like you said, the basketball without borders and stuff like that. It can only help, and it can only gather more intel for people that want to invest in these things and show what can be done and how profitable it could be and how much interest it can actually garner. So that's another thing that really needs to get done. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they're working on it behind the scenes, but we can't see. Maybe Adam Silver's working on something because he's pretty good about that kind of stuff. He's usually has his nose in a bunch of stuff, but I want to see some kind of collab with that one.
Yeah, most definitely. Because if LeBron's going to do it, MJ's going to do it. So
Oh, of course.
because he because he can't help himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know how that goes. Just like the Last Dance. When was that? When did he bring that up? Oh, LeBron wins the championship. Oh, I'm gonna bring out the Last Dance. I'm gonna bring out some parts that they never seen before. Oh, cause I gotta be the man. Nobody can ever forget about MJ. I did so many things. You know, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, I mean he could bring a WNBA team back to Charlotte.
That's fine. Do it.
Yeah, I'd
Hopefully.
love to see it.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely be down to go to games. I'll go to a lot of WNBA games if I had the chance. Why not? Games are
Facts.
just games are just as good.
Yeah, I'm hoping next season Della Don comes back and we'll get
Hmm.
a lot of the players who missed this season due to
Hmm.
COVID uh, return for next season. Maya Moore and Renee Montgomery. So well, when that time comes, we'll expand on it some more. But it's real promising to see that LeBron is taking an interest in ownership of the team.
Oh, for real, absolutely.
And another thing, I want to thank my man here for this sweet net jersey, City Edition.
It's fire.
Uh, it is, man. Going back to the '90s, it's Kyrie. He uh, made some news during the week, paying for 9 scholarships,
Hmm.
letting his actions speak off the court. Shout out to Kyrie. He so far he's dealt with the media pretty well. He's played well. He's doing his thing. Keep doing your thing. Glad to see. And again, man, just thank you for the sweet jersey, man.
No problem. I was looking out for my brother. So try to get the Nick freaking City Edition one, but It didn't happen. They had him in smalls, and the brother can't fit no smalls. It ain't happening. Too many push-ups. It ain't happening. But nah, it's looking good. I figured it'd be a nice little gift for my brother. You know, wear it well. F the Nets. You know what it is. But nah, the Kyrie was cool. It was pretty cool. I couldn't find KD though.
No, no, this guy. Um,
Nah, Kyrie's my boy though. Uh,
but no, no, thank you, man. Another update. Utah up six. Knicks made a nice little comeback here in the third quarter. About 3 minutes left. RJ down the lane. Oh, and one.
that's right.
Okay, so yeah, Knicks showing some fight here. That's good to see.
Hmm.
Um, injury update.
Yes.
Injury update. Sucks for Killian Hayes. Hip injury. He's going to be out for the season due to hip surgery. So if anybody had Killian Hayes on their fantasy team, you might want to look around on the waiver wire for this pickup. We mentioned before, Devin Bain, Peyton Pritchard, um, another guy really underrated, Svi Mahi. Listen, he's on the Pistons. He's on Detroit.
Oh, the shooter, Mataluka or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah, yeah, I know you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, he's definitely a gunner. That dude get the ball, he's shooting. He does not care. You give him an inch of space, he's trying to shoot it. Shablik, Mataluka. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Shablik something. Yeah, I ain't even gonna
Yeah,
try it.
yeah.
But
I don't want to butcher his name too much.
yeah, but we definitely got a good amount of injuries. Like Jabari Parker, well, he's on COVID-19. Tony Snell's out with his foot. Rondo is for the Hawks. His knee. Okongwu's out, toe. Gallinari won't be back until like the 18th. So you got uh Dunn. I
Hmm.
mean, you got a bunch. I'll go through it right quick. Langford, if you have him, he's a game time decision, so I doubt he'll play though. You know, Green from Boston, COVID-19. Kemba Walker, he won't be back until December. So no, he's supposed to be back. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, he was what? No, he might come back maybe end of the month, if not
End of the month.
February. So
Okay.
yeah.
He's, but yeah, he of course KD. If you me, I have him, but obviously COVID. He's supposed to be back on the 12th, hopefully. Spencer Dinwiddie, we know he's out for the season, so drop him. Um,
Well, actually, Dinwiddie has successful surgery, and he started rehab, so they're going to reevaluate
already,
in 4 weeks. Hmm.
and he better stay his ass out.
He
Make
better
sure
shut
that's
the
right.
hell up.
I guess I don't want to see corner store. He talk too much. Hope he gets well. Oh, Garland actually, there is Garland. He had a shoulder injury, and now he's out. Um, Kevin Love, he was out with his calf injury. Also, I wanted to bring this to KP. When is he supposed to be coming back?
I know he was practicing a couple weeks ago, so I thought he was closer than what he was.
Okay.
So they still never gave it. They still never gave a timetable.
Hmm. Uh, well, we'll see because Luca definitely needs his boy back in there because it just don't. Mm-mm. Luca can't do it by himself. He only can do so much.
I mean, he's still getting the triple doubles, but he definitely needs the help for the long run.
Definitely. Looks like the Knicks finally got the. Shout out to my guy Steve Gutman. He actually talked about this small ball lineup, seeing with Randall, Rivers, Peyton, and guys like that just running on the floor. And listen, they're catching up. But they're playing, like I said, the tips effect. They got these guys playing hard, man. Keep it going.
Definitely keep it going. Also, Markkinen has been out. KCP turned his
Mm,
ankle the other night.
yeah,
Kuzma went in. But Kobe White and Levine has played well this past week. Bulls picked up a few wins. They're now 4-3, so they're charging hard.
pun intended.
That's it.
Hell of a job. See, quick.
I'm a poet and didn't know it.
That's up. Boss.
Yeah. Uh, But as always, it's okay. So Randall, 22 points, 13 boards, 6 assists. So he's on his triple double theme again, looking real good.
Shout out to Felipe. I'm trying to turn him. I mean, he love our Mets players in fantasy, love the Knicks players in fantasy. Come on to that orange and blue. You know what to do.
Facts. Speaking of the orange and blue, the Mets still in the MLB off season, very slow moving.
Hmm.
Check our video by subscribing to the Life Group Podcast Network on the YouTube channel,
Hmm.
or catch us Wednesday nights here at Bowlers Life Facebook group. Go live every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Mondays, Donk City, 7 p.m. Henry Maldonado Jr., Vince McIndetti over in Baseball Life. You can catch him there, or you can catch him again on YouTube channel by subscribing to the Life Group Podcast Network. Tuesdays, the Audible. We got Wild Card Weekend. Buffalo getting some fans. Josh Allen gonna put in some work.
Busting tables because they playing in Buffalo. Our guy, our brother Matt Bushnell probably don't want to hear that shit, but I think Josh Allen about to put in some work too there, bro. So you might have to see him a little while longer. But the Colts, they got a nice defense. Maybe they can actually force him out of the pocket and make some throws he doesn't want to make. So, but we will see. But definitely catch him and our good friend, our brother, other brother from another mother of a different color, um, Randy Hammond too. But they bring it every week. They have great insight, great chemistry together. Definitely, we advise you to check those out as well. Who else we
That's
got on
right.
the lineup?
That's Tuesday, 7 p.m. over on Football Life. Thursdays, we got the Work Shoot Wrestling Podcast. Corey Richmond, Jason Brooks, Browns fan and a Packers fan. You know, Browns doing well. Packers, we will not discuss. But those guys know their wrestling. They're very knowledgeable. AEW, NXT, which is Royal Rumble month.
Yes,
Let's get that going.
I'll be watching.
Catch those guys Thursday night, 7 p.m. over on Wrestling Life. And Sunday mornings, Total Basis Podcast with Felipe Malicio and Sean Connor Flannery. Going to be updating the fantasy scene. Get your draft picks ready for the upcoming season. Looking at your rookies, your top 40 prospects, and potential lineups and rotations. So that's the Life Group Podcast lineup. You can catch us on YouTube by subscribing to the Life Group Podcast Network, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, however you receive your audio, same way. And it's been another great week. It's been week 2.
Hmm.
Jake, you got any parting words for our audience?
Thank you, whoever tuned in. Whether Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate it. Thank you for everybody always coming in. You know, posting stories, getting conversations going. You guys are really helping out. You guys are stepping it up. Actually, I've seen everybody posting from Knicks fans. You know, Corey's been posting. You got Joey, you got you. Everybody's coming in. So let's keep it going. Nicole, she's killing it too. Other Knicks fans. So James, appreciate it. Value
Mm-hmm.
member. Let's keep it going. Like Leon already said about. I'll tell you it again. Check out all our other podcasts in the group. Because everybody's putting in that work, as we said. You might want to catch them, or you might. Well, we might catch a body. Just kidding. Um, just kidding. Don't call the cops now on us. But it looks like the Knicks have taken a 3-point lead. It looks like. I ain't gonna start calling them Knicks tape yet, but they doing their thing. But they get into damn near a playoff spot. Knicks tape rods again. The tape fills again.
Man, you call those cops. You sure they're going to come?
Probably. Well, I don't know. My neighborhood, yeah, they'll be here. Probably.
Yeah, we already know they won't show up. So, all right. So that's been this week's episode. Until the next episode, ball out, everybody.